but by the time we asked for these questions, I don't think it had actually happened yet. So Conrad from Huntsville wants to know, what'd you think of Cody wrestling with a torn pec? It caused a little bit of a debate online, but I thought it was an incredible performance that people will be talking about for a long, long time.
Absolutely. And he he made Seth Rollins last night more than Seth has ever had since he's been in the company. So it didn't hurt Seth at all to lose, knowing that they were going to do this Monday night. They had to have a plan. I just hope that with that pec surgery, he could be out 3-4 months with that. So I'm assuming he's going to have surgery, right?
Yeah, as I hear, I think he's gonna have surgery on Thursday.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to text him. I was watching last night and thinking, man, it was a lot. I think it was great of Seth to put him over like he did the 2 times, but knowing what they did last night, I mean, Seth's fresh. He's got a great. I mean, he put a lot of heat on himself last night. The most I've ever seen him put on himself, and all because of Cody.
were you surprised that there's been a trilogy of matches now? Uh S- Cody beat Seth at WrestleMania. He beat him at WrestleMania Backlash.
Mm.
Now he beat him at the main event of Hell in a Cell. In the Hell in a Cell with essentially one arm. I think conventional wrestling booking, wink, wink, would
Well,
say,
let me tell you. But let me just throw something back at you right away. I'm sorry to answer a question earlier. Cody Rhodes could have wrestled back in the 70s and 80s too.
for
Without
sure.
it, absolutely.
Well, that's what I wanted to get to. Like, I think conventional old school thinking would be if you got a guy who's going to have to leave for surgery, he doesn't win. Now, clearly, Seth, quote unquote, got his heat back on Monday with a phenomenal angle. I thought that was well done.
But more,
But man,
more than he's ever had.
what a statement that the company made by having Cody pick up the win, even though he's injured. And I freestyled in my podcast with Tony Schiavone. I wonder how much of that is because WWE certainly is positioning Cody to be a top guy and they want him to be a top guy. But I think a lot of folks are probably taking a wait and see approach. Like, well, we'll wait and see what WWE really does with Cody. We got our answer when he beat Seth Rollins with one arm, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, they got to make Cody's going to be a champion sooner or later.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm sure that they'll figure out a way get to get that championship off of with where Roman has both of them, get one of them off him. So I think the company functions better with two champions anyway.
If you were playing Booker, I think a lot of people assumed, well, Cody's probably going to win the Money in the Bank, and then he'll have an opportunity to win the belt that way. Of course, now it feels like, well, he's definitely out because he's having surgery on Thursday. So since he's going to miss that opportunity, and I don't think he'd be back in time for SummerSlam,
No,
do
no,
people naturally start looking to the Royal Rumble? Do you think if you were booking it, you would have Cody win the Rumble?
absolutely.
Okay.
If that's the time frame, those things are very delicate. That tissue in there takes a long time to heal, and you can't rush it. You know what I mean? You've got to actually follow the doctor's orders. I'm sure he's having it done in Birmingham, and those guys know what they're doing. Anybody associated with Dr. Andrews will. But you've just got to really, I know guys that have gone down there and stayed in Birmingham for a period of time. Hunter, especially when he tore his quads and that, just because you need the best of care. It's not like you just go to the gym and start doing thigh extensions or bench presses or something like that. Again, you need to be really micromanaged to heal from injuries like that.
I think a lot of people have drawn a lot of parallels between Hunter and Cody, and clearly we saw the pedigree in the match. And then, of course, I think a lot of people remember what Triple H looked like when he tore his pec over in
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia. But the parallel of getting hurt during the summer, as you just said, once upon a time, Triple H tore his quad, makes the big return in time to win the Royal Rumble, and then comes back and wins the world title at WrestleMania. That's the way you would book Cody again. Let's just do it again. Cody comes back at Royal Rumble, wins it at WrestleMania.
Yeah, unless somebody comes along that's that so miraculously, first of all, it's hard to determine what they're going to do because there's so many with both companies right now, moving parts. But if looking at it from just from today, not knowing any more than I do as of this moment, that's what I would do with Cody. Yes.